There he is.
There you are.
Yay!
This is exactly the same whales we saw the last, well, not the same whales, but same type.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to show on the camera, but we saw some little whales, the same ones that we saw the last time we came through, which was really cool. They just skirted by the boat ever so quietly doing their thing, but super duper cool. It was awesome to see them again. And the strangest thing we saw just a little bit ago was a huge turtle shell just floating on the top of the water. And we were waiting for it to move or to stick its head up, and it didn't. So we think that it was possibly dead and just floating. But it was huge. It was the biggest turtle shell I think we've ever seen. So wish would have got that on camera too, but we're awesome vloggers, so.
Well, and it's bouncy today. It's really hard to see anything, honestly. Like this is ugly sea state today.
It is.
See.
We just wiggle. That's all we do is wiggle right now.
Pretty much no wind and just really, really big seas. So that's all right. We're gonna get some more stuff on camera for sure. More whales and some fish.
And dolphins.
Sounds good.
And I promise I won't squeal like a little girl. Maybe.
We have arrived, and you know where we are? If there's one piton here and one piton here, that means we're in the cleavage. We are in St Lucia in the pitons. We're just doing a stopover tonight. Same kind of how we went down last year. We're in a bit of a rush this year, but man, is it ever pretty. Look at this. Oh God, just spectacular. And the water is so clear. So all the way in here, I'm watching the depths, and it's like hundreds and hundreds of feet deep. And as we get, I don't know, maybe 200 yards from shore, it goes up to about 150. We grabbed a ball here, and I was worried about how close we are to the shore here. I just jumped in, and it's at least 80 feet deep right where we are. It's crazy, but clear water, absolutely beautiful. So we are gonna settle in here for the night and take it easy. Go have a swim right now. We saw 2 pods of dolphins today, a couple of pilot whales. Didn't catch any fish, so it's gonna be macaroni and cheese tonight, I guess. But fantastic day. It was still a really, really good day. Tomorrow we're gonna get up super early and just book it straight for Bequia, because we want to spend a couple days there. And now it's anchor down time. Right, baby?
Ready, baby?
Awesome. Thank you. Super thirsty.
I got something super big for your face.
Awesome.
It's funny how a place can change so much, not because it's different, but because we are. The first time we came here, we felt overwhelmed and maybe even a little afraid. The towering cliffs, the endless sky, the way everything felt so wild and untamed. It was beautiful, but we just couldn't see it then. Coming back now, it's like meeting an old friend. The fear is gone and is replaced by a quiet confidence. With every experience and every challenge we faced since then, we've learned to trust ourselves, and this place doesn't feel so intimidating anymore. It feels kind of welcoming. We can finally see it for what it is and its breathtaking beauty. Coming back isn't just about revisiting the place, it's about realizing how far we've come.
Well, it's nice and early in the morning. Sun's just coming up. We left about an hour ago from the anchorage at the Pitons. It is crazy flat out right now. There's a light roll, but it's dead. We got 3 knots of wind. Almost glassy conditions out here.
Yeah.
And if we weren't in a big rush, we probably just would have stayed in the Pitons, because the wind's going to fill in a couple of days and it's so pretty there. But we want to spend some time in Bequia. We really enjoy it there on our way down, so that means we're motoring. But it's a fairly short cruise today, about 10 hours, and we should be there around 3 o'clock today, which will be awesome. We'll be able to anchor and check in and maybe go for a swim or hang on the beach, which is what we really like about Bequia. So we are en route. We're just making coffee right now. We got the rods out already.
Saw a dolphin already this morning.
Dolphin already. It's a very promising start today.
It is. It's an exciting day. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So we're gonna go finish getting the coffee ready, and then we'll update you as we go. And hopefully it's with a lot of fish in the bucket.
Yes.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
What a day. Cheers.
We are now in the lee of St. Vincent, and there is absolutely no wind whatsoever. The only wind is the apparent wind that we're making moving forward into it. But check this out. The sea state is super duper calm. The rainforest is getting a ton of rain, as you can see. It's not squally at all, it's just raining over there. But it is just dead. So, unfortunately, we are back to motor sailing again, hoping that the weather hoping that the wind will pick up once we get to the other side of the island. At least a little bit, that would be nice. This is nice and calm and relaxing. Gonna have a little bit of lunch and then hopefully sail the rest of the way. This is the extent of what we've caught today. It's been a fun-filled day of just cleaning off sargassum. We let it out, we pull it back in right away, we clean off the lure, we let it back out again.
Hi.
Hi.
We gotta catch some fish.
What have we caught today?
Huh?
What have we caught today?
Nothing.
A whole lot of sargassum.
Got a lot of sargassum. But today is not over.
No.
And we're going across the channel to Bequia, and we caught 2 tuna last time we crossed across here. So let's catch some tuna.
Let's do tuna. I like tuna.
Welcome back to Bequia. It is flipping busy. So we came in and dropped anchor in between a bunch of guys, and then another guy came in and dropped in between us. So it's tight, but we're gonna go swimming again and make sure we didn't get fouled. We've all kind of swung since then too, but it's nice to be here, nice to be back in Bequia, and wow, this is exciting. Everybody's having the best time just like us. Anyway, I got some cleanup to do and then we're gonna go get checked in. Nice to be back. Well, good morning everybody. We're just heading out of Bequia. We've had a couple of days of getting caught up on some video editing and some work on the boat. It was nice to be back in Bequia here. We absolutely love it. We had a lot of really good evenings catching up with a lot of friends and stuff, and did some pretty fun things, and had some potluck dinners, and went up to a really cool bar up in the bushes, and it was actually a really nice little reprieve from just traveling and I guess just making our way south. So we had a little stay here. We didn't film a whole lot of it. We just really put our heads down and got a lot of editing done, and knowing that we're not gonna have that time when we're doing our big crossings. So we got caught up on a lot of that, and it's a nice beautiful morning, and we're heading out and sailing down to Bequia this morning. You can see the sea state so far is pretty good. This lady's really beautiful, and we got a lot going for us. So, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know you're pointing at me.
Yeah, I'm pointing at you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day today. I think we're gonna have the wind on our beam all day long, which is gonna be nice. It's kind of a somber day though too. We were talking about it last night, and we are actually saying goodbye to people, which is it's a bit unnerving. When you're out here, you run into people, and I know we've said it before, you run into them over and over again at anchorages and that sort of thing, and it's always a see you later. But everyone's reaching their end goal into Grenada at different times, and then coming back at different times, and then scattering, and not all coming back up the Caribbean chain together. They're either going to the ABCs or Panama or whatever, or back up to the States. And we don't know who we're going to see again or how long it's going to be until we see them.
Yeah, it's super bittersweet.
Yeah, we're so excited for everybody and all their adventures, but it's going to be sad not to see their faces anymore.
Yeah, we made a lot of really good friends here, and last night we were hanging out with a bunch of them and realized at the end of the night we're like, oh, this is goodbye.
This is it. This is goodbye.
We're not going to see you guys probably, who knows, if
at
ever
least
again.
6 months, a year, or ever again. Yeah. So anyways, that's all a part of how it goes out here, but it was just it was a very sobering moment last night. So
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Something that deviate.
Yes, deviate.
I'm going to deviate from that whole somberness really quick, but we arrived here a couple days ago, and one of the locals told us last week they actually got a whale here. So they harpooned if you remember one of our previous videos, I think we talked about it there, excuse me, but they harpooned a humpback whale here a week ago, and in less than 2 days they had it on their processing island, completely processed, every single piece of that whale gone, bones, teeth, you name it. So it all gets used, and everyone in the island has their share, I guess. And it was funny, the day we got here, we made friends with some locals here in previous visits, and we were buying some lunch from him, and he's like, hey, you want us to try some whale tongue? We were like, whale tongue? He's like, yeah, and then he told us about the whale and stuff, and we're like, okay, so it's like cracklings or pork rinds, and they deep fry bits of this whale tongue, and it's the most oily, disgusting thing. We both had a little, I'm like, okay, I'll try it. But it was like eating like a cod liver oil pill and cracking into it, and it just oozed oil in my mouth. I'm like, oh. So I can say that I've tried whale, humanely captured, caught, and processed whale. There you have it, whale
Pretty
tongue.
cool. Whale tongue.
I made out with a humpback.
You tongued a whale.
I tongued a whale.
Enough out of you.
What did you think of that?
It wasn't my favorite. I have to be honest, I had a hard time keeping it down. I swallowed it, and then I continued to burp it up for the rest of the day, which was disgusting. But we got all our omegas for a long time.
Yeah,
so
apparently it's really good for you.
Yeah. I don't know, it was an interesting try. We'll try anything once, I guess, but I don't think I'll try that again.
No, I'm good.
Our minds feel like a storm right now, swirling with lists and plans and what-ifs. Josh and I have spent almost 3 years building this boat into our home, and now we're preparing to leave him for the first time, and it feels heavier than we imagined. There's so much to do, securing rigging, checking lines, emptying what needs to be emptying, double-checking what we've already checked. Have we forgotten anything? Every task feels urgent, and the question lingers, will he be okay without us? Now I know it sounds silly, but this boat does become a part of your family. Thoughts keep circling, and it's hard to focus on what's ahead when the weight of leaving is so present. And then there's the voyage itself, a vast ocean ahead with challenges we can't yet name. We're excited, but anxiety is just as loud. It's hard to quiet our busy brains, but I know this is part of the process. It's messy and overwhelming and uncomfortable, and we have to keep reminding ourselves this is how big adventure always begins.
Beautiful sandy island. Oh my God, we just love it here. The water is so fantastic. So we finally made it in. As you know, this is one of our favorite stops. We wanted to make sure we had a couple days here before we made it on down to Grenada, and we're lucky that there's nobody here. We have it pretty much to ourselves. We feel very, very blessed right now. It is so gorgeous, and we're so happy to be here.